Hello and welcome to another Refracted Glory behind the scenes update. This one is from the music guys. I am Gabriel Hudelson and I'm one of two composers working on the score for Refracted Glory. I'm working alongside my friend and colleague Bradley Jamrosic to create the music for Refracted Glory, and in this video I'm going to give you a little tour of my studio and explain a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes in the composition process, and I'm also going to tell you where you can hear some of the music from the upcoming film Refracted Glory. This is my studio. This is where everything happens. There's the workstation, the keyboard, and right here we have the actual project open, so I'm going to show you a couple things that are going on in the project itself. This is the credits track here at the end, and right here's the last cue in the film, which is also the longest cue in the film by far. Right here in the credits, you can see some of the collaboration that Bradley and I have been doing. Right here are some audio files that he gave to me with woodwind parts, because there's a point in the credits where he orchestrated the woodwinds and I orchestrated everything else. Now, most of the score, if you listen to it, you will hear either Bradley composed it or I composed it. But in the credits, we've actually shared audio information, so when you hear the credits track, there will actually be music coming both from Bradley and myself. Like I said, here he orchestrated the woodwinds, and then in the latter half of the credits, he took over, did the full orchestration, and I threw in some percussion elements. So this whole collaborative process has been very fun, and I've learned a lot and enjoyed getting to know Bradley better, and it's been great having someone to bounce ideas off of, ask questions to, someone else who's thinking along the same frequency, if I may make a terrible musical pun. So as part of the behind the scenes, I want to tell you a little bit of backstory to this particular track. Most of the tracks I should say all of the tracks in the Refracted Glory score are entirely sampled, which means that all the sounds come out of a computer. It was never actually printed off in a score and performed by a live orchestra and recorded. With one exception. This track actually features a live solo violin. And it was providential how that came to be. There was a violinist friend of mine who's been wanting to get together with me for quite some time, and things just hadn't worked out providentially. Well, a couple days ago, they did work out. He came over, and I'd been trying. This was one of the last pieces I had in the composition process for this film. I was almost done, and I'd been trying to get a solo violin sound, and it just wasn't sounding right. Well, he came over and happened to bring his violin, and I said, "Hey, you want to record something?" And he said, "Yeah, he'd love to." And so a couple hours later, the Refracted Glory score now features live solo violin by Matthew Duran. And that was a big blessing. I'm really excited to share this track with you all. Bradley will also be sharing a track, and I'll give you the link to both of those in the description of this video so you can hear some of the music from this film. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll stay tuned for more updates. You'll get to hear more snippets from the soundtrack on my SoundCloud page and on Bradley Jamrosic's SoundCloud page. Also, be sure to check out the behind the scenes pass at refractedglory.com, where you have a chance to get more behind the scenes updates like this. Stay tuned for this film as well. It's going to be a good one.